Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. This time, we're exploring something pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
Sacred geometry. We're going to be
Yes.
diving into some really cool patterns and shapes that you've probably seen,
Oh, you've definitely seen them.
but maybe you haven't really thought about.
Exactly.
You see them in nature, in art, in architecture,
Everywhere.
everywhere. And they're not just like pretty designs. They actually hold a lot of spiritual significance for, well,
For lots of cultures, going way back.
yeah, like ancient cultures, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be looking at some of the most famous examples, the Flower of Life, Metatron's cube, and
And the golden ratio.
the golden ratio. That was always kind of blowing my mind.
Definitely a hit trip.
So get ready to unlock some secrets and maybe see the world a little differently after this.
I think you will.
All right, let's start with something that's always just visually stunning to me. The Flower of Life.
Yeah, it's just circles, but
It's like so much more than circles.
way more.
It's like all these overlapping circles, and they create this like mesmerizing pattern.
It's like, how can something so simple be so intricate, you know?
Totally. And it's been found in ancient temples and manuscripts all over the world.
Like literally all over. Egypt, India, China, Turkey, you name it.
It's crazy. So,
Yeah.
what's the big deal with it?
Well, a lot of cultures see it as like a blueprint of creation.
Oh,
Yeah, they believe it represents like the fundamental forms and patterns that make up everything in the universe.
It's kind of like looking at a cell dividing under a microscope or something.
It really does, and it's connected to this idea of unity and interconnectedness.
Oh, right. Because everything's coming from this one central point and then expanded outwards.
Exactly.
I've even heard people say that, like, meditating on the Flower of Life could be really powerful.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It can bring a sense of peace, clarity, even connect you to a like higher energy or something.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Okay, so that's the Flower of Life. Now let's jump into the golden ratio.
Ooh, this is my favorite.
Mine too. I mean, it's just mind-blowing how this ratio, it's like 1.618 or something.
Approximately,
It just pops up everywhere in nature. Like, seriously, everywhere.
Tell me about it. You see it in the spirals of seashells, the arrangement of petals on a flower, even the proportions of the human body.
It's like nature's using this secret code to create beauty and harmony.
Right. And, artists and architects have been using this ratio for centuries, like way before they even knew what it was.
Yeah, they were just intuitively drawn to it.
Exactly. Like, take the Parthenon in Greece. It's built using the golden ratio, and it's considered one of the most perfect structures in the world.
And Da Vinci, he was obsessed with the golden ratio.
Oh, yeah, totally. You see it all over his work, like in the Vitruvian Man, that famous drawing of the guy in the circle and the square.
So is it just a coincidence that this ratio keeps showing up, or is there something more to it?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Some people believe it reflects a divine order, like some kind of blueprint for creation.
It's pretty trippy to think about. Okay, so we've talked about the Flower of Life, the golden ratio. Now let's move on to Metatron's cube.
This one's a bit more complex.
Yeah, it's definitely more intricate visually.
For sure. Imagine 13 circles, all connected to each other. That's Metatron's cube.
And within those circles, you find all 5 platonic solids, right? The shapes that are like the building blocks of everything.
Right on. You've got the tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, and icosahedron.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is. And each of those shapes is associated with a different element. Earth, air, fire, water, and ether. It's like the whole universe is represented in this one cube.
So what does that actually mean for us? Why is Metatron's cube important?
Well, some people use it for meditation and energy work. They believe it can help clear blockages, align your chakras.
Oh, interesting. Like by focusing on the cube, you're aligning yourself with like the universal energy or something.
Yeah, that's the idea. Some even use it for protection and guidance.
Whoa, it's like a spiritual Swiss Army knife or something.
Kind of. It's all about connecting with a higher level of consciousness and tapping into the power of these sacred geometries.
So we've explored these 3 examples, the Flower of Life, the golden ratio, and Metatron's cube. And
they're all connected in a way.
right, like they all point to this idea that there's a deeper order and interconnectedness to everything in the universe.
Exactly. They're like windows into the divine blueprint of creation.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. So for our listeners out there, what's like one key takeaway they should remember from this deep dive?
I'd say start paying attention, look around you and you'll start seeing these patterns everywhere.
Yeah, they're like hidden messages waiting to be discovered.
And once you start noticing them, it's hard to stop. It's like you've unlocked a secret code to understanding the universe.
That's a great way to put it. I think this deep dive has definitely opened my eyes to, like, the beauty and the mystery that's all around us.
That's what it's all about.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. And keep exploring. You never know what you might find.
Happy exploring.
See you next time.
Bye.